Some of this information you may have heard about, some maybe not. Few people bring up the variety of characters and palicos we get to use in the demo. We've heard about weapons having armor skills, but no one has talked about the mods from World returning for the bowguns, along with heavy bowgun having 2 ignition special ammos, along with recovery up. We get to see the demo stats for the armors, along with the set skills and equipment skills. And we can see Balahar and Chatacabra are both weak to thunder, Doshiguma is weak to fire, and Hope is slightly resistant to fire and thunder. We're told about new upstages in the area that will heavily affect where you want to fight the monster at. We're also shown about monsters appearing and leaving the locale, along with their difficulty level. And I think the unknown monster appearing is probably just a demo thing. We get a new forecast system that tells us the time of day, the weather, and all the outbreaks and monsters, along with how long each will last. Alma will now collect materials from the environment. Was kinda hoping it would be the Palico, but if it's just to the iron box, that's fine. We are shown how sneak attacks work, and usually after a sneak attack the quest begins. Pack monsters can damage each other, even though it's very low. This ancient wyvern coin is the only account item dropped by the monster during the demo. Opening our item bar gives us multiple information, like the time and day and weather below our minimap, the exact time left on the quest below the timer, how much time till our specialized tool, like the Gilly Mantle, is back ready to put back on, along with maybe the meal effects at the top left. Wedge beetles are still here, but in fewer numbers. Our different mounting attacks, and if you do a weapon attack while it's about to go down, it will do the finisher instead. The Balahar and Doshiguma Turf War, which includes maybe 2 small monster Balahara, since they do not appear on the minimap. Whenever we break apart or close a wound, the monster material may be thrown automatically into the item box. Great Thunderbugs are no longer small monsters, but endemic life that act as a shock trap, and we might also be able to swap weapons while off the secret. Danger meters are the same as World, as yellow is aggressive, red is enraged, a skull above the monster when it's capturable, and grayed out monsters when the quest is done. Dynamic team health that, when in combat, their health will increase to full size. Our first look at the ammo bar, including levels, clip size, and total ammunition. Elemental ammo is leveled, and they do pierce like they do in World and Iceborne. Our first look at the map, which, after you find a camping location, it automatically marks where it is. And thanks to Boone on Twitter, we now know the size of the Windward Plains compared to the Wildspire Waste, with Windsong Village in the center, and probably the top path probably being the way to the Scarlet Forest. Small monsters like the raptors can play a big part at fighting monsters as they can knock them down. Our palicos can give us buffs like attack up. Supply items restock, and our secret can hold 30 different items. NPCs can now just be found roaming the map. Our current food effects include Evade Window, Constitution, maybe Blight Resistance, Recovery Up, and Hot and Cold Guard. In our forecast, we can see our bonus rewards that will come with our quest rewards. Bonos are our new wing drakes that give Screamer Sacks, replacing Norios from the Wildspire Waste. Pausing the game and photo mode are confirmed to be back. And Fujioka-san did give us a glimpse at the game settings, combat settings, and camera settings for a few of his gameplay testing. The environment can change depending on monster moves or items that you use during a hunt. Loud enough roars can detonate bombs. Jono picked up a claw shard from Doshiguma, which turned into a heavy severing pod, and shooting it paused his movement for a bit for a increased damaged piercing pod. Quest timers are not guaranteed to be 50 minutes. Aptonoth and Marinos are probably wild in different maps. Unique weapon buffs are also given timers, like status effects. And finally, we get notifications for when monsters fall asleep, and our cat cannot wake it up. The next information about Wilds will most likely be at Tokyo Game Show, so I'll see you guys then.